TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's not waste no time. Let's get right to it. Reasons it is hard to shower during a depressive episode. You have to fight through deep tiredness and body heaviness that depression causes. This can be so intense, it makes getting out of bed feel impossible. Depression can make you feel so worthless that you don't feel you deserve to be clean, or at least that this form of self-care doesn't matter. Depression fills you with so much shame that you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. It's harder to distract yourself from your negative thoughts when you're in the shower. The depression fog can make it extremely difficult to focus on anything other than survival. So the first one, you have to fight through deep tiredness and body heaviness that depression causes. Okay. Again, I used to think that, more often than not, when I got up Sunday morning, because, I would get, recovery massages on Saturday. I've talked about this before. I've often thought that, the body heaviness, the slow moving, the lethargic was all part of, depression. I mean, not depression, but massage for fatigue. Little did I know that it was depression tiredness. There was a deep tiredness. Okay. There was a deep tiredness that that was there. And for the longest time I thought it was massage tiredness, when in all reality it was depression tiredness. And getting up out of bed, it's hard, because I've had those hard Sunday mornings where you get up and it just feels like rust is covering your entire body, because you just feel so heavy. It just feels like rust is covering your entire body. That makes it even hard just to even sit up. Sit up in bed. Getting out of bed. So depression can make you feel so worthless that you don't deserve to be clean, or at least that this form of self-care doesn't matter. Okay. So this is what depression does. She just sucks the life right out of you. I can tell. I've gone days without showering before. Yes, I have. The longest I've ever gone without showering, I would say, would be 72 hours. Yeah, 72 hours. Because I remember I showered Thursday night, but I didn't shower Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And I didn't shower most of Monday till I got home from work. So that's like 3.5 days without showering, which is about 72 to 76 hours, 78 hours, whatever it may be. So, the longest I ever went was just about 72 hours without showering, because I didn't think it really mattered, or people cared, or people would notice. When I say notice, of course, smell. So, depression fills you with so much shame that you don't want to look at yourself in the mirror. Body image issues. Body image issues. Again, that's another symptom of depression. Can make you feel ashamed of your body. Look at your body negatively. Looking at yourself without clothes can feel daunting because depression tells you that you're ashamed of your body, okay? And it just tells you all kinds of wicked things that if you hear them enough, you eventually start to believe them. It's harder to distract yourself from negative thoughts when you're in the shower. Yeah, it is, because it's just you, the water. It's just you, the water, and your thoughts. That's basically what it is. You, the water, and your thoughts. And you got every intrusive thought running through her head. I've had that before. And when all those intrusive thoughts are running through your head, the water seems to get a little bit more heavier. The water seems to get a little bit more heavier. And you start to feel like the weight of the water is like 100 pounds. Okay. It's like 100 pounds is falling on you. Okay. So you have all these negative intrusive thoughts, and it feels like water is adding extra weight onto you, which makes you kind of want to get out of the shower, like at that very moment. The depression fog can make it extremely difficult to focus on anything than survival. So it takes a ton of strength when you're in a depressive episode to take a shower. Then once you're done with that shower, once you're done in the shower, you've used up all your energy. You've used up the little energy that you've had, and you don't have any energy to get something to eat or even get something to drink. So you shower, dry off, and you head straight back to bed. And I also saw a post that was called Depression Faces. Depression can look like smiling, joking, laughing about oneself. And then the other day it can be going to bed at 6:30 and not having to feel anything. Symptoms of depression can often set in without a clear trigger or a reason that justifies the intensity of them. Depression has many faces and can show up in many ways. I noticed depression can show up in many ways. Okay, so I remember back when I was at UPS, had a co-worker who doesn't work there no more. Still friends, and I was just watching her body movement, and she just looked so lethargic and just so slow, and she just looked so tired. And so when the morning was done, I asked her, hey, you look tired, you look fatigued, you look lethargic. And she acknowledged that depression and not getting enough of sleep, so to speak. This one right here, Other days it looks like going to bed at 6:30. Um, I'm usually in bed by 7:30. Okay, I'm usually in bed by 7:30. Um, just because I still wake up early, despite the fact that um, I'm not working at UPS anymore, but I still wake up early. I still wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to start my day. And so I can remember the earliest I went to bed. I would say the earliest that I ever went to bed. Other besides peak season at UPS. Um, the earliest I went to bed probably had to be when I went to bed at 3 o'clock on a Sunday. I was watching football. And all the 12 o'clock games had finished, and the 325 games were starting. And I remember it was around 3 o'clock, 3:15, where I shut off the TV and I just went to bed right then and there. And I know it makes no sense to go to bed at 3:30 on a Sunday when the sun is still out, but I did it. I was just that miserable at that particular time. I was just that miserable and just that depressed. And again, depression has many faces and can show up in many ways. And more often than not, there is no reason for it showing up. It just shows up. You can't explain it. So, all right. That's it. That's all for the Sean For Real podcast. I am out of here. Peace out. God bless.